Hey everybody, good Saturday morning, top of the morning to you. It's raining here in East Point this morning here at Constance's house. It's a big old dark cloud. I'm sitting in my dining room looking out this big dining room window, and a big dark cloud up over me right here. Good Saturday, everybody. Hope you're doing okay. Let's have a good weekend this weekend. I was sitting here when I said I'm sitting here at Constance's house. I've always give houses names, and I guess that just comes. I'd never planned on that. When I write or when I speak, I'm about to head over to the Key Road house, and then I had to go by the Cabbagetown house last night to pick up Savannah and Jill, and I guess it just in my DNA coming from my English ancestry of Sellers is an old common traditional English name. And in England, a lot of people give their manors and castles and homes, they give them names, and so houses are very personal to me. I'm just walking in any house and you just kind of feel the soul of that house, the energy of it. And I'm fascinated with it. So I give them names. And so anyhow, went down in a rabbit hole there, y'all. Now I'm allowed to do that now that I'm 70. Y'all like, bless him, good Lord. He's just getting old. He rambles. But anyway, I posted something on Facebook this morning where somebody said, you remind me of a sweet old grandpa. And I guess in my early 60s or 50s, I'm like, don't call me granddaddy or grandpa. Now at 70, I'm like, yeah, I'm pawpaw to a lot of people. I've got an old stray cat out here, Leonard. He when he rubs his head against me in the mornings, he's a feral cat. That's his way of saying, you my pawpaw too. But anyhow, the Morning Post, everybody. Let's get going. Now that is over, it's raining in East Point this morning. I need to run out to Home Depot and pick up some lumber. James is almost finished replacing all of the floors in the Key Road house. And just like that, my 70th birthday has come and gone. Although we are still meeting somewhere Sunday for a bite to eat. Somewhere, sombreros are over at Kathy and George's for an official birthday get-together. It ain't official, y'all, until my little family, we get together and we have cake and sing happy birthday to whoever around the table. Then it's official. I'll think hard before I post about a birthday again across all social media. With 125,000 followers on TikTok, the OCD part of me has to at least click a heart on anyone that has a kind word or says something about happy birthday. It is a lot, especially when I added on to it the celebration of the last day of my 60s, the day before. So it was like 2 days of that, a lot. The OCD part of me has mostly been about making sure all the drawers are pushed neatly back in everything. Drives me crazy, a little door out a little bit. Or the OCD part of me just can't stand it if a chair is just a little bit off center. It's weird how our brains are like that, isn't it? Riding out to the theater last night with Savannah and Jill, not only am I turning 70, but everyone else around me is aging also. Savannah talks about going to NYU and going to college in New York City. Jill was talking about how she would like to move to some small town in Europe and live out of the country in the years ahead. She said, I don't know, Daddy, but I think I'm just over living in America. Savannah asked, could we go visit and walk around the campus of NYU when we're in New York in 2 weeks from now? So everybody is just getting older and growing up and moving on. I told Savannah, it's hard to get in those universities, especially those northeastern ones. I read the other day here in Atlanta, Emory University, for anybody that's going to college or gets into college there whose parents make less than $200, which would be me, that they can have free tuition at Emory. Isn't that amazing? Y'all watch out, Trump will try to take that away from them. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, I told her, I said, it's hard to get into those Northeastern universities. But teenagers just live in their own world. I sure would miss my kids and grandkids if they did move away. I guess a lot of parents deal with that. I love that my kids and grandkids are kind of close by, where, sometimes I just need some Jill or Chance Pawpaw time, where it just fills my energy cup back up. My love cup back up. Just being around them for a little bit. Wouldn't want to live with them. Wouldn't want them to move in with me, but it's nice to go by and hang out with them sometimes. It is something to watch your kids as they come into their own. I think most of us parents can go peacefully if we know our kids have it all figured out. They're kind of standing on their own 2 feet, and they figured out life, although you figure it out until the day you die. But I think we can go peaceful if we know our kids will be okay, don't we? Lord, I hate the families that have children that's kind of disabilities or whatever, and they got to figure out who's going to take care of them if something happens to me when I'm gone one day. That would drive me crazy. I think the thing I love about being a content creator and being on social media, let me get that out. I think the thing I love about being a content creator and being on social media is that you can basically be somewhat of an introvert and do it all from a garden house or while sitting by a fire on a cold winter morning. No one ever has to be around except for maybe Boom Boom, the Baptist, and Gracie, the Pentecostal. Maybe that is the thing I love about writing. Writing is very private. Even if you're doing it on a sidewalk cafe in New York City, it just shuts out the world. No one else can enter into that space with you. It is an introvert's paradise. Driving back from Scottsdale to Cabbagetown at 11 o'clock last night, the traffic was crazy driving up Ponce de Leon and then cutting up Moreland Avenue. Jill said, where are all these people going on a Friday night at 11 o'clock? I said, to the clubs, to party, to get the night started. I think sometimes we forget that Atlanta is a party city, a clubbing city. People come to Atlanta to club all weekend. Those days are long gone for me. I had my mornings of shame of coming out at Back Street at 7 o'clock the next morning on a Sunday morning after being there all night on a Saturday night. God knows what all was going on in the hallways and bathrooms and doing that walk of shame across the parking lot at daylight. Fun. Most fun I ever had in my life was the years I did the partying and the drugs. I know we ain't supposed to say that to our kids, but my God, it was fun. Those days are long gone for me. I couldn't wait to get home and get my butt in the bed. Good Saturday morning, sweet people. Thanks to everyone that said a kind word about me turning 70 yesterday. Let's never do that again. That was a lot. It wore out my OCD. I felt like I was working the last 2 days while trying to respond to everybody. When one day someone looks back on these posts and reads them, they will read that when Eddie William Sellers wrote in September of 2025, when he turned 70, that he wrote, life was good. And it was. And it is today. And it is this weekend. Good morning, everybody. The picture over on my Facebook page last night at On Stage Atlanta, Ava and all her element. Enjoyed it. Love y'all.